Today I am here to talk about the 10 things that I love about my 2014 Jeep Wrangler Sport. I first have to start off by saying that getting in this Jeep and driving it, for me, is like spending time with a friend. I always like it, I always enjoy it, it's always comforting. Um, it's great. I love this vehicle. Now on to the list. Number 10 is the ability to go off-roading. And I know that goes without saying, but there are little things like if somebody's making a turn and they're over too much and you can't get past them in a regular car, well, in this, I can kind of pop the curb and just go around them. I don't have to worry about it. If you want to go to the beach, you can take it on the sand. If you want to go in the woods, you can go, right up a trail, right into the woods. You don't have to worry about clearance. You don't have to worry about anything. Just throw in a four-wheel drive and you can go wherever you want. Number 9 would be the removable doors, the Freedom tops, and the rear roof. I have never had a vehicle other than convertibles where you can transform it like you can with this. And the combinations are almost endless. You could take the doors off, leave the Freedom tops on the roof. You could take the back roof off, leave the Freedom tops and the doors. You can just leave the Freedom tops on, take off the doors and the back hatch, and whatever combination you want. And it's great. And they're easy to store. It's a lot better if you have somebody to help you take these things off and on. But it really makes it just so much fun to drive. Number 8 would be the comfort factor. Now, the first question I get asked when I tell people I have a Jeep Wrangler, who maybe have had one in the 60s or 70s, maybe 80s, is, how comfortable is it? Last time I drove in a Jeep, it was very uncomfortable. It was bumpy, it was noisy, and I don't know, I've never been in another Jeep for that long a period of time, but this thing, I've taken it on 6-hour round trips. I've never had a backache, never had any discomfort driving it. I think it's extremely comfortable. The seats are comfortable, the seating position is comfortable, the ride height is comfortable. You can see over most cars, that type of thing. As far as comfort goes, it's there. I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend, if you haven't driven one in years, renting it, leasing it, borrowing it, whatever you got to do, drive a Jeep. It will definitely surprise you if you haven't done one, driven one in years. Number 7 is that I think this is still really true to its roots. If you look at old Jeeps, they still have that basic same design. And I think that's awesome. I don't think there's any other car or truck or anything in the world that still looks so much like the original. Yet it's been upgraded, it's been updated. But this thing is, you look at it, it's undeniably a Jeep. And I love that about it. Number 6 would be the aftermarket, the add-ons you can get for this. It is limitless. If you want to make this thing a full-on, rock-crawling beast, if you want to make this thing a safari adventurer, if you want to make this thing, I don't know, super loaded down with lights, anything you want to do, you can do. Somebody's made it, somebody's tried it. It's just fantastic. I get the Jeep books. I don't really look to do too much to it, but I'm amazed at the amount of things you could do to this. And I think that's great for people that want that customability. They want to make it their own. They want to make it unique. It's out there. Number 5 would be the sense of community. They say you don't buy a Jeep, you join a cult, and that's kind of true. I know when I'm driving down the road, you get other people in Jeep Wranglers to wave, wave back. Yesterday, I tried this out because I knew I was shooting this video today, and I went 8 for 8, waving or getting waved to from people that passed me in Jeeps. So 8 Jeeps that I passed, there was some kind of exchange, there was some kind of camaraderie, hello, that type of thing. And again, that's awesome. I do get similar things with the Mustang. I did get similar things with my Corvette. But it's awesome to see it in the Jeep. Number 4 would be the affordability. This Jeep, which is pretty well loaded, cost me $30,000, and I don't think that's a lot of money for what you get. And the fact that it still holds that value, I mean, I'm not looking to sell it, so I don't know what it's worth, but I know they pretty much, I would say I get 22 to 24,000 for it, which is not a huge loss for something that is 3+ years old. So again, affordability and the ability to hold value, I think that's fantastic. And there's not a lot of vehicles that do that. If you get any new car within a year or so, you're looking at a third of his value cut off or more. So yeah, if you're looking for a Jeep, you're almost better off buying a new one. Anyway, that's that. Number 3 that I like is that this came with the 3-inch lift kit. I don't know if it's something I would have done on my own, but I absolutely love it. I like the fact that if I do want to take it off-roading, it's got like just enough clearance to go, on almost any trail you would want to attempt as an amateur, as a novice. So plus it looks fantastic. So number 3 would be the lift kit that it came with stock. Number 2, and this is fantastic. I live in New Jersey. We have horrible frost in the mornings. You got to sit out there scraping it off. Well, this vehicle has a vertical windshield that very rarely do I ever get up and have to scrape anything off that windshield. It's almost always clear. Like, to give an example, last week I have a 2015 Mustang GT, and it was supposed to be in the mid-40s by the end of the day. So I was going to take the Mustang, and I get out, and that thing is entombed in frost. I looked over at the Jeep. It looks just like you're looking at it now. And I'm talking like 7 o'clock in the morning. It is cold. I don't feel like scraping off a windshield, so I hopped in the Jeep and went to work. Later on that day, it was gorgeous. Like I said, it was 40s. I kind of wish I had the Mustang because it would be cool to drive it home. But this thing was there for me. Because of that windshield, I didn't have to worry about a thing. And I'm not a morning person, so the last thing I feel like doing in the morning is scraping off a windshield if I don't have to. And the number 1 thing that I love about this is the versatility, and that versatility really makes it the perfect vehicle. You can drive this in the summer, you can drive this in the winter, and the combination just, you'd have to get 2 or 3 vehicles to do what this does. Again, you could take the tops off, you can go off-roading, you can go through the snow, and you got 2 feet of snow, no problem. Throw in 4-wheel drive, you can go. If you like a Jeep, you only need 1 vehicle. Gas mileage, I get an average of about 15 miles to the gallon, which isn't great, but it's right up there with most other vehicles that I personally own and drive. I mean, I don't want to drive a Prius. I don't want to get 50 miles to the gallon. That is not me. If somebody likes that, God bless them, but that's too, like bread and butter for me. I want something a little nicer. So anyway, that is the top 10 things that I love about my 2014 Jeep Wrangler. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. If you enjoyed the video, please take the time to like and subscribe.